The Right Order, the Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we set out to deceive. Yesterday in this House we heard the Minister in charge of Maori Tea stumble over undoubtedly well-rehearsed and closely scripted lines. Then there was some inadvertent honesty after a litany of denials blaming everyone but himself. That honesty lasted just as long as Mr Flavel or his staff realised they'd made a sure big mistake and they cack-handedly sought to falsify the Hansard record. He said on the issue of his awareness of staff involvement the following, and I quote him yesterday, "of which I was aware," end of quotes. Yesterday's video of Parliament clearly has him saying that. But last night's Hansard, all of a sudden, a word "not" is put before the word "aware." So it reads in the Hansard last night, "of which I was not aware." Yesterday, Mr Flavel uttered the truth before a cover-up that must not be allowed to succeed. Now the word "not," you wouldn't believe it, is back out of the Hansard. What on earth is going on with the leading institution of this country when it's claimed that the Hansard people put the word "not" in there? Who would do that when you saw the video or you heard what was said? There's no way there could have been a mistake. But they tried to change the record. But in doing so, he more deeply implicates himself because what he denied before the Maori Affairs Select Committee and on the 17th in the afternoon in Parliament and then this week in Parliament and again today is caught out by his Hansard record now corrected, which means "of which I was aware." And why can a minister get by making denial after denial when it is said by the Prime Minister that I'm a Prime Minister who believes in standards, high standards? Well, these standards are so low you could parachute out of the bottom of a snake and have room to spare. Over and over it goes on. And I want to say to the National Party, and more particularly to the Maori Party and Maori members over there, we will never have equality in this country if substandard performance and second-class standards is the benchmark for Maori politicians. We will never have equality if that is what's accepted by your European colleagues in the National Party. It is inverse racism of the worst sort. The last thing that any Maori wants is this paternalistic treatment that says, well, he's a Maori minister, we don't expect better. Well, we in New Zealand First do expect better. We have always, and the only party in this party that's opposed whānau ora because of his corruption is New Zealand First. But he sought, and his staff sought, to interfere and break the law and stop a debate because they didn't want to face New Zealand First. That's enough for the minister to go. But the denials over and over and over again, and the circus we saw in the House today on points of order about that Hansard change tell us that he should go. And I regret saying that. But I do regret saying that. I know him better than you do. I know him far better than that member over there. But I am sick of those members over there telling me they believe in equality, telling me they believe in one law for all. But when it comes to standards and performance and accountability, they clearly do not. Again, I say, Minister, in the interest of Maoridim's integrity, let alone that of this country and of this Parliament, he should resign. You know, Marama Fox got involved within hours of the program being shut down to try and convince Mihi Forbes that the Maori Party wasn't involved. Why would she do that? Don't forget, on the 22nd, 2 days after the shutdown, you had the CEO for Maori TV, namely this man, Paolo Maxwell, saying that content was discussed. The minister kept denying it. Now, what's this photograph here about? Well, this is a photograph of him being taken onto the marae to welcome him as the new CEO of Maori TV. What's fascinating about that is this. When this event happened, Tūroro Flavel was not the minister in charge of Maori TV. He didn't get that job until 8 months later. So the question is, was it true that the allegations of Maori Party interference in Maori TV was happening a long way back? and it's happening still? And the answer is palpably, demonstrably yes, Mr Turo Flavel should be resigning.